I don't know if you guys have ever heard somebody say a 50% teacher is better than 100% sub.
I haven't heard that, but I did have a principal at some point that told us we can't take off unless we have 101 degree temperature because we need to be at school.
Let's not act like this profession's paying big top dollars.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey,
So-
they disrespectful
Right.
too. They just turned down. We were supposed to get a raise in Mississippi, and they just turned it down. I said, let me tell you something, you bald-headed, dirty dogs. But it's only so much that we can do as far as PBIS. Why they got tips when they just stood up and said F you in this whole class?
Flip the desk.
What? Flip the desk, baby.
That's another reason like teachers quit. They so overwhelmed.
It's very
They
overwhelming.
getting burnt out their first year.
It's-
Teaching's hard as
It's so hard.
Yeah.
I'm saying it's hard.
It's
man.
hard.
It's hard.
It's hard. You gotta be everything. Plus, you gotta be
Yeah.
a teacher. Plus, you got people coming back with snacks.
I love an angry parent. My co-teacher, she be first. I got this one.
Yep. Because the way I would push a teacher, you go ahead, step
Yeah.
back. I got it.
Uh-huh.
What's the problem?
I don't got that kind of temperament, so I. Hey, best friends. Welcome to this week's episode of Teachers Off Duty. If you are new here, you don't know me, I am Honest Teacher Vibes, Bree Breezy. Back for another episode. Hey, I'm going to let you people introduce yourselves because you're awesome people. And then I got to tell my nightmare travel story because y'all wrong for that. Okay, tell the people who you are.
Yo, what's up, y'all? Y'all know this is Miss M. I know y'all like, where has she been? I'm back, y'all. Y'all can follow me on all of my social medias at Miss M_closet. I'm gonna pass it to my bestie over here.
Period.
Hey, it's me, Al Brandon.
Guys, have some sauce on it. You're just
Hey.
like, hey, I'm the chill brother in the group. What's up? What's up? What's up?
I'm here.
I am a black
You can find me at ATX Hills. And yes, I saw in the comments y'all were like, is it Al Brandon or Al Braden or Al Brad? And it's Al Brandon. There's no N because my dad's black.
Wait, how?
Wait, what?
Pronounced.
It's the straight.
I'm confused.
It's the straight.
It's pronounced Al Brandon.
But there's no N.
But there's no N. How,
his dad
how
is
we
black.
got there? My dad's black. He was like, you
And
know
there's
what?
no N's. in
Okay,
black.
cool.
Yeah.
All right. Your dad said you'll never be a YN. Okay. Okay.
He took the N out of it.
Okay,
He's
your dad said
Y.
Absolutely.
Your dad said I stand on business. Okay. You know what else stands on business? The Board Teachers Comedy Tour.
Yes.
Yes, definitely.
You know
definitely.
what? The 2026 show has been turned up.
They been lit.
Shout out to LA. I had a lot of fun. Y'all was amazing. I know that was, months and months back, but hey, we gonna get it popping. So the all new 2026, is it Friday yet? Comedy Tour. These are our fall shows. We got brand new fall dates that are dropping this week. Y'all know how them tickets go.
Yeah.
Hot cakes.
Fast.
Get 'em.
A whole sleeve of Dunkin' Donuts. Just okay. No, sorry, that was a little close to home. That was just me. Okay.
The Dunkins.
That was just a little.
I
that
like
was
donuts.
just me. So brand new fall days are dropping this week. Pre-sale starts on Wednesday, April the 15th at 10 a.m. Ends on Friday the 17th, when tickets will go on sale to the public. So if you pre-sale, the first shall be first.
Yep.
Yeah, and the last, I hope
Y'all
you
might
ain't
not get a
left out.
ticket.
Yeah, I was trying to come up with something cool, but since I was on the airplane for 1,612 hours,
Yo.
y'all need to get whatever y'all got going on with these flights. Y'all need to get that together.
I
Okay,
hope my
That's
flight
for
ain't
free.
messed up.
Yeah, this for free.
I gotta work tomorrow.
Okay.
I gotta
Wait,
go.
are you not out for spring break?
No, girl, wait. We don't get off for spring break till April. We just had fall, February
April?
break, though. I was just on a cruise in February. In the middle of the ocean.
Wait, what's February?
It's,
Not, I mean, I know
they
Black
call
History
it
Month, but I'm
President's
saying
Week break.
a whole week.
A whole week.
I finna move to
And I
where
was
you
on a
live.
cruise.
I'm finna move to where
with
you
dolphins.
live. All right, so these are the cities we're coming to: Roanoke, Virginia, Charleston. Hey, cut, who put these words together?
What is that?
This is how I know I'm getting old. 'Cause, Roanoke, Virginia, Charleston, West Virginia, Dayton, Ohio, Columbus, Ohio, Memphis, Tennessee. What? I didn't know we was coming.
I expect that same energy for Texas.
I live about 20 minutes from Memphis. I'm in there like swimwear. Hot Springs, Arkansas, Fayetteville, Arkansas, Midwest City, Oklahoma, Austin, Texas. Y'all know we love y'all, Texas.
You see that she
Hey.
get the same energy
Austin,
for
y'all were asking
Make sure
for
you
it.
get the
It
same
is
energy
here.
as for Texas.
Hey, I'm gonna let y'all know
Texas
something.
in the building.
Hey, ATX Hills here. If y'all don't show up, and after y'all been hurt,
Because we both from
hounding me,
Texas.
yeah.
Are you from Texas too?
I'm born and raised.
Yeah.
So get that same energy to Texas.
Ooh, okay. Everything's bigger in Texas, man. Y'all double teaming me, man. God, no.
We be eating down.
All right, okay. Austin, Texas, Abilene, Texas, Beaumont, Texas, Corpus Christi, Texas, and then we'll be in Burlington, Vermont, Syracuse, New York, Buffalo, New York, Binghamton, New York. Man, let me tell you something. We got Binghamton in Memphis, and I was like, hey, you better not be going to Binghamton and do no show. Is this Reading or Reading? Whichever one. The country needs to read. So it's Reading, Pennsylvania. Reading, Pennsylvania, Atlantic City, New Jersey, Waterbury, Connecticut, Elkhart, Indiana, Skokie, Illinois. Is this Joliet? Who the hell came up with these names? Joliet, Illinois, Springfield, Illinois, Chico, California, Modesto, California, Santa Rosa, California, Napa, California, Fresno, California, St. John's, Newfoundland, and Labrador, Charlottetown. What the hell is going on? Okay, I'm sorry. Hold on.
This is how I felt as a
Who put
dyslexic
all these
reader.
together? It's a state called Labrador. Never mind. Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island. I'm sorry. Moncton, New Brunswick. Surrey, British Columbia. I'm sorry. Kelowna. Kelowna. Like Cologne. Kelowna, British Columbia. I don't know what the hell this is. Red Deer, Atlanta. Ooh, some easy names. Thunder Bay, Ontario. Toronto, Ontario. Ottawa, Ontario. Hey, Canada, we know y'all be rocking with us, man. We love y'all in Canada.
Y'all be rocking with us and we rocking with you.
Yeah, we rocking with Marcus. Marcus rocking with us. So we'll add the link to buy tickets in the description of the episode. If you pre-sale, trying to get them tickets early, grab your tickets for they're all gone. To access the pre-sale starting this Wednesday at 10 a.m., use the code Friday26. Yeah. Hey, and also please follow us on all platforms. Subscribe to the Teachers Off Duty podcast on YouTube and wherever you listen to the podcast. Also, if you listen to the show each week, hey man, please take 2 minutes, leave us a 5-star review. Hey, it helps us more than you know, man. Teachers Off Duty podcast be chilling at the top on Spotify because you guys are awesome. Y'all leave us amazing reviews. Y'all tune in every week. I might have to start tuning in. Shoot, they been stressing me out this school year. Hell, I might have to start listening to
need
myself.
something to listen to on the way to work.
Need something uplifting.
Right.
We need to hear the
You
struggles.
gonna get out your car extra heavy.
You know what? Let me tell y'all
It's gonna
something.
be a good day.
Let me tell y'all one thing I know it too for sure. Hey, so this episode we're gonna be talking about the reasons why teachers quit. Ooh. Somebody just turned their speaker up right now. They said, let me turn this up.
Hold on, let me. No,
Someone like, this is my last year teaching, huh?
no. Some people said this is my last week. I'm leaving Friday. I'm not coming back on Monday.
It's like, I don't think you can play that episode during the staff meeting. You're going to turn that down.
Look, some of the admin watching it too. The reason why I'm going to be here right there.
Hey, so someone will have this as the PD, be like, hey.
You know they would never have this as the PD. They don't be listening.
What would the name of that PD be called?
Let us
like,
up out of here.
Reason why teachers quit and do the opposite of this.
Do the opposite of this.
Right.
So that would, yeah.
And stop reading off the PowerPoint.
Sign your intent to return.
Okay, let me say this. When them letter intents go out, people be messy.
Yo, how messy? I want to how messy?
They be mad. Hey, I don't know how y'all letter of intents work at y'all school, but when they send them letter of intent out, you just know who ain't coming back, but still got on there they coming back.
Yo,
You filthy liar.
Look, whole time they know it's no. Yes.
Yes. Hey.
Absolutely.
In my same position.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Whole time interviewing at another school. Hey, why you posted on Facebook, huh?
Yo, LinkedIn be active than a mug.
Yeah, I'm like,
Hey, some of the teachers, they be petty, be like, nah, you deny my PTO? Well, you gonna have to find help, right?
Look.
So yeah, I'll be back.
one year at school, I taught that it was 30 teachers that left. that
Oh
year.
yeah, I've been in schools like that where like
said,
everybody leave and I'm just sitting there like, well dang, y'all could have said something.
That's why
Feel
people
like-
after their first year be veteran teachers because everybody
Yo,
leave.
everybody a vet. How long you been teaching? A year and a half.
Go help the new teacher down the hall.
Now, when everyone leave, you feel like Will Smith, the last episode of Fresh Prince.
Oh yo, when he just standing out
man.
there.
Especially if your teacher bestie leaves.
Yo, the way, look, first of all, I don't like when my teacher bestie is absent.
Yeah, I don't like that.
You see me?
Yeah.
You see me?
I don't like when you don't come to work.
Yeah, we don't like that.
Just like you need to put in 2 weeks for PTO, you need to let me know.
You need to let me know when you put in the PTO. We need to discuss what you about to do. And are you going to be checking in with me throughout the day to make sure that I'm still not quitting?
I got PTO. I could put in the same day.
Right.
Okay,
we could both take off for 2 weeks.
They be like, so y'all both took off on purpose. No, we didn't.
No.
We didn't.
I was sick.
My teacher bestie keep me from getting fired.
You didn't hear that cough that I had?
Yeah. COVID is that cute? A little tickle in my throat.
You got to hit your chest.
The older I get, the more scared I am when I get a little tickle in my throat. I start down in vitamin C immediately.
I start taking ginger tea.
Yeah.
I start pulling out my sea moss.
Okay.
I make a little
elderberry.
Look, get all my little stuff.
I heard someone say that men, when they get sick, are worse than children, and I can tell, yes, I am. I'm like,
I ain't even
absolutely.
Yeah, y'all be
because the way we be at teachers, look, women teachers, we be at the job hustling it. You wouldn't even know that we had the flu in 110 degree temperature because we over there. All right, class. So today we're gonna learn.
Hey,
I had strep and didn't even know. I just was like teaching through it. I said, man, I really don't feel good. So anyway,
the way I look, where I'm at now, I'm gonna be like, yo, you should just go home. The way
the way I am now, I'm like, no, go home.
Mm-hmm.
You got
we
them
can
days.
make it. We'll handle it.
Yeah,
if we don't handle it, you'll just get a letter about it tomorrow. When you come back.
Better not send out a name.
Now they not gonna do none of the work you left, but
they don't ever do. I don't know. The teachers they be about taking that work up from the sub. As long as they weren't swinging from the rafters, and sitting down.
I really don't care.
I'm finna file 13 this work anyway. So
the way I don't like if I'm absent, you ain't got look. I'm just happy that no one got hurt.
Right? Okay, they still alive.
And my desk looks how it looked when I left.
The sub broke my chair one time. The kids came back. I don't know. The kids was like, "Hey, Miss Richardson, that sub that was here yesterday broke your chair." I said, "How?" They said, "Man, he just plopped down there." I heard him pop.
Hold on.
I said, well, sometimes when they tell me so, I'll be believing them. I'm like, so you said at my desk and broke my chair.
But did they leave it in the sub note?
No, my sub don't be leaving notes or nothing. They just watch the kids and then be on about their business.
No, the schools I've been at, they have a note that the sub has to fill out. So
really?
You write like the teacher, the positives and the negatives.
Stop playing. Who came up with that? The positives and the negatives. Stop trying to therapy me at the end of a traumatic day. I don't want to talk about this mess.
Because the way I'm going to pick that up.
That's crazy.
Because don't ever embarrass me in my own classroom.
This podcast is sponsored by Veracity. Okay, quick check-in. How many of you said, this is the year I'm finally getting my life together, and then immediately stress ate your way through February? Because same. I feel like everywhere I turn right now, it's GLP-1 this and GLP-1 that. And I was this close to going down that road. But honestly, I just wanted something that actually works without feeling like I'm turning myself into a science experiment. That's why I've been trying Veracity, and specifically their Metabolism Ignite. And I'm genuinely impressed. It's basically an all-natural way to support your metabolism, energy, and focus. Which, let's be honest, as teachers, we need all three before first period even starts. What I love is it's super simple, just 2 capsules in the morning with breakfast. I started taking it a couple weeks ago, and I've noticed I'm not thinking about food all day like I used to. And it's not just vibes. Metabolism Ignite clinically is proven to reduce hunger and help you lose, on average, 9 pounds in 90 days. Honestly, I love that it's a natural option that still feels legit. No injections, no extremes, just something that fits into real life. So before Metabolism Ignite sells out again, make the switch to GLP-1s the natural way. Head to veracityhealth.co and use code TOD for up to 65% off your order. Once again, that's VERACITY health.co for up to 65% off, and make sure you use my promo code TOD so they know I sent you.
Now I will go off if I have a sub. One time I had a sub. She saw because she was subbing for another teacher that day, and she was like, "Hey, I don't mean no harm." And you know, when people say I don't mean no harm, they're finna cause harm.
Right, all of it.
She said, "I don't mean no harm, but I'll never watch your class again." I said,
Well,
What y'all do?
that sounds real
What
personal.
y'all do? But that's the other reason. That's one of the main reasons I think teachers quit too. Is not being able to
Control their classroom.
Well, not one. That's a thing too. But one, not being able to take off work when you're sick.
Yeah.
Or the guilt trip of.
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't know if you guys have ever heard somebody say a 50% teacher is better than a 100% sub.
I haven't heard that, but I did have a principal at some point that told us we can't take off unless we have 101 degree temperature because we need to be at school. And they lucky I'm not where I'm at now, where I actually know this stuff. I was young in my teacher.
Yeah, that'd be
because I would have been like,
younger.
and that's why I did. That's why I be telling people just to go home.
How can they set a temperature? First of all, the 50%
And we had to
teacher,
send a picture.
Yeah, picture.
Yeah,
I'm gonna send a picture, but it ain't gonna be.
it ain't gonna be that
It's not gonna be the thermometer, big dog.
It's gonna look like a.
But that's it's so toxic though, because I'm like, let people take off work. Like if they
Yeah.
need to take off, why are we the profession?
I'm just gonna take off.
We're the profession. They try to make us feel bad for taking off, and I'm like, they got 100 and something degree fever. I wish a principal would ask me to send a picture of my thermometer.
And that's how burnout happens. You get burned out, and like, hey, you know what? First off, this let's not act like this profession's paying big top dollars.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey,
So-
they disrespectful
Right.
too. They just turned down. We were supposed to get a raise in Mississippi, and they just turned it down. I said, let me tell you something, you bald-headed, dirty dogs. How dare you? We already at the bottom of the barrel and don't make that much money.
Yeah.
I hope your computer crash, you lose all your files.
I hope you stomp your pinky toe when you get up to go to the bathroom.
And it's
in the morning.
crooked. I hope it's crip walking to the side.
I hope you drop your keys on a stressful day while you try to get in your house.
I hope your shirt get caught on the door handle. I hope you set your coffee on the roof of your car and drive off with it up
I
there.
hope you butt down somebody while you saying something you shouldn't be saying.
Shoot, I don't know. We really meant that in our
I meant that every word.
Why that's so terrible to me? Like, dang, like why? Just y'all know Mississippi, y'all know teachers in general need a raise.
Everybody, yeah.
Who sat there with a straight face and was like, no, we're gonna turn this down.
Yeah,
No.
No raise for you
They
guys.
don't need that. They look happy.
Right.
Look how happy they look all over
That's
TikTok.
That's insane.
If they really on TikTok, they know
They know we're not happy.
you know that we are
they
for safety purposes and for job insurance. This is just satire,
Yes.
but y'all
This
got
is
us
only
messed up.
satire. We didn't.
But we mean what we said, because like, what is wrong with y'all? So you said something about the teachers quit because of classroom management stuff. I do think that the school that I quit was because I didn't feel supported with the
that.
kids' behaviors.
Right, because they'll send them. I used to send a kid out. They come back with a treat.
Yeah.
How they first of all, and
Put it in
then
the
bring me a
garbage.
treat.
Put
They
it in
didn't
the
even
garbage.
bring me a bag of chips.
Yeah, put it in the trash.
Where is my bag of chips?
Put it in the trash. I never understand that. I understand the sentiment behind it with the what is it? PBIS, like positive behavior.
Positive behavior.
You know what I'm saying? But it's only so much that we can do as far as PBIS. Why they got chips when they just stood up and said F you in this whole class?
Flip the desk.
What? Flip the desk, baby.
Flipped it and didn't unflip it. Like the desk is still flipped.
This is not an exaggeration either.
I'm not. No,
It's not an exaggeration. If anything, we ain't
not.
giving enough detail.
Yeah. Look.
Why are they allowed to do that?
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's where I think the support has to come in, because like I told you, I work with first year teachers and I'm very, and one thing they all will tell you, I'm very blunt. I'm very I'm here to make sure you get past this hurdle.
Yeah.
You feel me? And so the biggest thing is like, what does management mean? And management is not control. It's how do you set up your classroom?
Yeah.
And so like really sitting down with people and showing, it's a science to it, showing them how to properly set up, not the decor, but like the
that's what
actual
most teachers
systems
focus on, yeah.
and the routine, because that decor will get torn down without it. Because I promise you, little Leroy, that paper coming right off that wall.
about Leroy.
We
forgot about Leroy.
Somebody DM me was like, "You coming back with Leroy?" I'm like, "He coming."
You know what? I've been trying to make Tristan make a little comeback, but I just, I
I'm
don't
shocked,
know.
because it's been 2 years since I've been online.
Yeah.
And somebody DM me and was like, "I see you posted on your story. Leroy coming back. He coming.
Leroy
He coming. He didn't got promoted. but
Leroy
he
in there
coming.
like swimwear, man.
Look, we love Leroy.
Yours is Leroy, mine's Tristan, and Miss what is her name? Lachey Greenwood. Hers is Lewis.
Hers is Lewis. Why we all got?
I don't know why we got.
I had to make it a name that would never possibly come in my classroom.
I know that did too in the last 2 years in a row. And I
had
had
a
a Tristan. I said, tell your mama, this is not about you.
This not about you.
I promise it ain't about you.
I promise you it ain't.
No, mine is Gavin.
Okay.
Gavin.
Yeah.
We are.
Okay.
So
Shout out to
Leroy,
Gavin.
Gavin, Tristan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lewis. Shout out.
Because everybody got one of them.
Yeah.
Everybody got a
Yeah.
Gavin, a Tristan, a Leroy. But it's like when I was a first year teacher, I had so many questions and nobody was there to answer them. I didn't even have a curriculum that year. And
Yeah, so you
so
have to
that's
come up
another
with your own
reason
stuff.
like teachers quit. They so overwhelmed.
It's very
They
overwhelming.
getting burnt out they first year.
It's
And
very
it's like the
overwhelming.
first year should be like where we really, like if I had to open a school, the way I would bring first year teaching, that's going to be
Yeah.
bread and butter. You're going to come in, you're going to get a crate of random supplies that you might need.
Random.
You're going to get some notes. Like, we're going to have, like, I saw somebody on TikTok, they do monthly lunches with their first year teachers or whatever. Like, that support is
Yeah.
so important because
Yeah.
teaching is hard as
It's so hard.
Yeah.
Don't say it's
Yeah.
hard.
It's
man.
hard.
It's hard.
It's hard.
man.
You gotta be everything. Plus, you gotta be
Yeah.
a teacher. Plus, you got people coming back with snacks. Plus, you got, and it's like,
These are me
yo,
about to
how
make me
can we
crash out.
better help make
Yeah,
this?
and-
So
better?
your I'm sorry. This is the first I've heard of like somebody that is coaches first year teachers. Is this like an actual?
That's
this
like an actual, like, that's my whole, like, I teach and then I also coach strictly first year teachers.
Like, is that
Like, I train them on everything from classroom management, like entry routines, exit routines.
when do you do that? Like, do you meet with them?
Yeah,
Like,
twice a week. We do a 6-week intensive. And then
What's they
and
do?
then I coach them and then I coach them throughout the year. So like I do like those kind, like I just try to be. I remember struggling, and I remember I had an
Yeah.
amazing coach that really. I told my coach, I was like, "Yo, I want to be like Miss Boone across the hall. Shout out to you, Miss Boone.
Shout out to Miss
And I want to be able to go into any classroom at any time, no matter who the kids are, and be able to manage the space." And she was
Yeah.
like, "Are you ready?" And she came in with a headset one day, and with a microphone, and I had a microphone, and she was like, "Scoot over a little bit. You need to be in your sweet spot. Scoot over, just
What's
like
the
when I
sweet
say
spot?
the sweet spot. Like, yo, let me tell you, if you're a teacher and you are really trying to get your class back on track, your sweet spot is a space where you can see every single student at all times." And she wouldn't let me move from that spot. Like the whole class, if a student needed something, they had to come to me because you had to be able to see every single thing. I had 32 students at that time.
I'm too
or
uncoordinated
whatever.
for this.
And so like it's very so like I break it down to like this really like intense like thing where like
Yeah.
they get all the knowledge. I think our last session was just like on the mindset of where kids are. Because a lot of times
Yeah.
we take things personal because the first time my kid
not
asked me
personal.
why,
Yeah, it ain't personal.
that was
Yeah.
because I grew up, look, I'm from the South.
Yeah,
And like you
thumped
asked
in the
why.
mouth immediately.
Not a thump. My mom would take that little belt, man, ask you why.
Say why
And so
again.
the first time a kid asked me why, the
said-
trick, I had to really reanalyze myself.
I said I had to remember
so-
these one of my children.
Yeah. So we talk about the mindset. I have teachers look at like what is happening with your specific group of students.
Yeah.
And then that opens a lot. Like it's like, oh, okay, I didn't know like they needed this. So now the
Yeah.
way we lesson plan is based on where they are in their developmental
I'm just
stages.
surprised that there's like a teacher that a school took the time to designate.
Yeah.
That person.
It had to grow. I think it had to grow there, and
Uh-huh.
it was just like because once I learned it, I started like informally coaching like all my friends and
Yeah.
stuff. And then when I moved or whatever, I kept coaching people virtually or whatever. I'd be like, well, send me a video of your class. Let's see what's going on
Yeah.
or whatever. Because once I got it down to a science, like
organized,
it's really like that's just how my mind is wired now.
Right.
But I remember when it wasn't. I remember thinking about quitting every single day. I remember thinking I'd be like, if I could just have a non-emergency fender bender.
Okay, parents, quick question. When did kids start spending money like they have a full-time job and no bills? Because I don't remember approving this lifestyle, and I had one pair of sneakers and a dream growing up. These kids have subscriptions, vegan snacks, and too many opinions. For all of the parents out there with teenagers, we know you're already trying to keep a million different things under control. Cash App is here to help make sure your teens' money and their spending isn't adding to the craziness. Cash App is built for teens ages 13 to 17 with tools that actually make money feel simple and somehow cooler than anything we had growing up. With your approval, they get their own customizable Cash App card and can instantly receive money from family and friends. But here's what I love. It actually teaches them real world money habits. They can set savings goals, track spending, even get paid up to 2 days early if they have a job. All while you still have full oversight. No monthly fees, no minimum balance, no minimum hidden charges, which honestly is more than I can say for most things in life. Skip the stress and give your teen a way to learn financial responsibility with no hidden fees. Download Cash App and get started today. For a limited time, new Cash App customers earn $10 if they use code FAMILY10 in their profile at sign up and send $5 to a friend within 14 days. Terms apply. Cash App is a financial services platform, not a bank. Banking services provided by Cash App's bank partners, prepaid debit cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC, direct deposit and promotions provided by Cash App, a Block Inc. brand. Visit cash.app/legal/podcast for full disclosures.
Like, I don't want anyone to get hurt.
Chris had a non-emergency fender bender. It's crazy.
I just need to not.
He said, I need a day. I need a day out.
Over there Googling, how can I get short-term disability without being in real pain?
Look, because once you've been there, I tell teachers, don't look at where I'm at now. I've been every level of teacher.
How long have you been teaching?
I'm in my 13th year. And so I've been every level, and it took time to get there.
Yeah.
And so I always try to like just encourage, like, don't look at what's going wrong. I always try to, like, before, if I step into anybody's classroom, I look for the positive first, and it has to be written on my clipboard before I ever.
Oh, friend come in with a clipboard. You admin?
Nah, I'm not admin.
I don't like that. The clipboard triggered me.
I'm sorry. I do a little bit of both.
I do think it's cool that you guys have a position that is like helping.
I get to advocate, and so I didn't get to go home sick. So the way I will step, like if I'm not teaching at that time, I'd be like, yo, just go home. I can cover your class. Just go home. I got you. Like, just go. And teachers will vouch. Like, they'll vouch. They'll be like, yeah, she'll cover your whole class. Give me the lesson, whatever it is. Because now that I have the management, I can step into any space and make sure, like, take care of you. It's only one of you.
And I feel like it would retain a lot of teachers.
It's very.
You taught kindergarten.
Pre-K.
Pre-K.
Yeah, pre-K.
Lord have mercy.
Lord, that's what I said. They still learning how to just be humans.
Yeah.
They're like, I just threw up.
What you want me to do?
And what I tell parents, like, because some parents think that being a teacher means you're babysitting. It's like, that's.
I hate when people do that to pre-K teachers.
Yeah, it's like I'm here working with your
like
kid.
You're teaching them.
And
all
so
stuff.
and like. It's crazy because some pre-K parents get upset when you're like, okay, this is what we're working on. Can you work with them on this at home?
Yeah.
And they're like, why? You're just watching them.
Yeah.
I'm like, no.
That's why pre-K teachers quit then. Because
that's why. Because it's like that disrespect, and it's like creating. Because also, like, I always said, if I elevated, I would make sure that every teacher felt defended.
Yeah.
If somebody, like, I don't let somebody the way because I'm at a place now, like, where I can handle it. Yeah. And so I will, like, if I'm in an IEP meeting, if I'm doing anything like that, and it's getting too, like, I'll send a quick little message. I'll be like, go ahead. Or I'll step in because I was a sped teacher, so I can advocate properly and do the, but like that, like, being a sped teacher and being a gen ed teacher helps me be able to advocate on both sides. I understand what my gen ed teachers are going through. Yeah. I also understand what the sped teachers are going through. And so, like, I'm able to properly, like, I just want to make sure everyone feels supported.
And like, I think that's why people quit, because they don't feel supported.
Because they don't feel supported. Yeah. And so, like, that little stuff is like, if you sick, I'm telling you to go home. Yeah. Like, you don't need, like,
maybe what needs to become a principal.
Like,
That's okay. That was a very visceral response.
It's and it's not that I haven't had the opportunities to do so, because I do think I'm an amazing leader.
Period.
Because I'm an amazing leader. I know that, because I will go.
Know your worth.
I will go to bat for anybody, students, teacher. Like, I know what it's like to not feel that support. So I'm gonna tell you to go home. I'm going to cover your class. Yeah. I'm going to do it properly, because I've been teaching so long. I'm a great teacher.
You teach middle school?
7th grade.
Okay.
Why you be doing? Nah,
because 7th graders need shirts that say I argue with adults for real.
But see, when I was a sped teacher, I taught every grade. So I would start, because I taught 4, like, at my school that I taught, all the sped teachers had regular, like, you taught regular classes or whatever. So, like, instead of, like, if you were the gen ed ELA teacher, I was the sped ELA teacher. So the sped kids would come to me, and the other kids that if their IEP just said push in, they would be in a general education class, and then somebody would push in. If they qualified for more hours, they would come to me. So I was strictly like they wouldn't have known you or whatever. They would have only known me. So I taught, like, I had the lesson plan for like 4 different grades, but it was cool getting to see how the day started versus because I would go from 5th to 8th grade. That was a totally different conversation.
But isn't that like the purpose of inclusion though? Like that we can't separate them?
So I think that was back in the day.
I'm about to say I wasn't about to do that.
I think it was like students receiving a certain amount of hours. So I would be coming, like they would come in there, we would do the same curriculum, but it would be on a
level that they
a level where we were still pushing for the numbers because my goal was to get them out of small group. Like we would have a graduation when a student would test out. Like I would have parents come. I would have the principal do it. Like I'm big on making sure people know like this is a big deal. Yeah. And only you can you have to make it a big deal. Even with the boot camp we just finished, we had a graduation. They get certificates. I bought all the food, all the cupcakes. Like I did speeches for each person that graduated. Like because like people need to know their value.
Yeah.
Are you perfect? I'm not perfect.
No.
Yeah.
Do you have room to grow? Absolutely. But are you doing a fucking good job? You're doing amazing.
Yeah.
Like you showing, first of all, you here. Some of y'all just got, like you barely got here.
Yeah.
That's the purpose of the routines.
Yeah.
The routines is so when life is life and you going through your little breakup, because I've gone through a breakup as a teacher and that's really difficult.
Because I be disassociating.
Look, the way I'm on my... See, that's not even what happened.
The way
all right, y'all go ahead and log into IXL.
Yeah, the way I can't look at my phone if I'm arguing with somebody while I'm trying to teach the kids, like, you good, Mr. I'm straight.
Look, but it's like, it's a love there. It's not like a thing, and it's like, how can we just set people up to be successful?
And celebrating those kids, the kids who they miss out on, like, honor roll or you know, but they still working at their level that they can work at, so recognizing them in school.
Shout out to Miss Cameron. She did something when she was a sped when we taught at the same school. We had a data thing, so the top data for like I think it was MAP or something would get Chipotle. Well, none of our sped babies were getting that number, and so we did an individual sped one where like they could within sped, if you had the top numbers, you also got Chipotle. So that way they knew that it's that inclusion. You feel me?
And showing like, growth too is good too.
Growth,
like a kid ain't gonna go from a 1A or 1B all the way up to a 5. They should still be celebrated.
They should be celebrated.
If you grow from a 1A to a 1B, you worked hard. You tried to. The people aren't teachers are like, what the heck is them numbers? I don't know, man. Google it.
Look, just Google it. I had to Google it too.
Google it.
I don't know half the acronyms they be saying to me.
Oh my goodness, especially when they come up with new acronyms, I'm like,
yo. Sometimes we be doing a little too much on the acronyms. I'm like, y'all gonna have chill.
I be like, wait, I thought that meant what was the
because when I became a behavioral therapist for children with autism, I remember we were in training. They're like, we're doing a PD training. And I was like, we're doing a training about professional development.
Yo,
and they were like, no, PD is property destruction. I was like,
what the heck?
Yo. Yes.
Okay.
Property destruction.
Property destruction.
Professional development on property destruction is great.
Yo.
Wait, so it wasn't a professional.
No.
Well, it technically was a professional development, but it was on property destruction.
But we used the acronym PD.
PD squared.
For PD squared.
Period.
PD squared. Dos. Uno, dos.
Yeah. So property destruction, and then learning the acronym from being a behavioral therapist with children with autism.
Now, y'all got a lot of acronyms. I don't. SPED has so much paperwork.
So many.
The paperwork for SPED, I'm like, listen, I'm unorganized. Like, I can keep up with my ELA paperwork and like my lesson plans and stuff. SPED, I'm like, how do y'all keep up with all the stuff you have to document?
I had a really good supervisor. A good supervisor will make or break that thing, because somebody has to be in those positions, right?
Right.
And so it's like, but it has to be a good one. And the reason why it has such a negative on it is because of how bad some people have been in those roles.
Well, that's the same thing for administration.
And that's like anything. Like I don't know, like in college, you know how people would pledge and then but they was nerds in school, so they pledged and now they acting like a-holes, you know? And it's like, you could just be a good person that happened to be in this role. And it's like, that's what is needed. You need somebody who's passionate, who loves, I be thinking about Rita Pearson, like how, like her videos live in my mind. And when she said she gave somebody a +2 instead of a -18, that's a mindset shift.
What is this?
So Rita Pearson, she took over a class and she was like, yo, a student had missed 18 on a test. got 2 right. So instead of putting minus 18, she put positive 2, plus 2. And he was like, well, why would you put plus 2? She was like, well, you didn't get them all wrong. That's such a mindset. That's a quick fix.
Yeah.
That's not you changing anything except for how you show up for this. For that child, all right, next time plus 4. Now you can actually see the growth instead of the negative.
Yeah.
And so like focusing on the positive instead of negative. And that's why we need good administrators that can actually show, because I've had some great ones.
You need to go out here and be a principal though. I'm not understanding.
So the way I can't check an email to save my life.
It don't matter. You can get somebody else to
look, the way that will be at 1,000 unread.
My principal come tell me stuff because they know I ain't checked my email.
Look.
That was beside the point.
Look.
There's good people out there that need to be administrators. You need to be.
And that's
I don't never put that on nobody, but you need to be an administrator, bro.
That's why I like being able to help new teachers, because I get to watch them literally go from here to there in like 6 weeks, and like just with just a little bit of information. It's like, oh, I just didn't know.
Yeah.
A lot of times it's like you just didn't know.
Yeah.
Well, it helps with student motivation too, because like if a kid sees minus 18, it's like, well, why didn't try?
Why?
But
if I
plus
see plus 2, and so I started shifting my mindset on like how I approach, even like how you talk. Like, so whenever I'm like, it's how you talk to people.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times it's your tone.
Yeah.
Girl, tell us something.
First of all, it wasn't that what you said, it was your tone.
Your tone.
Remember
Yeah.
when we was kids, we used to get in trouble and be like, I ain't even say nothing. My mama, it's your body language.
It was your body language. So fix it.
Yeah,
so you
it's
gotta
your body language.
you gotta do
Oh
that.
yeah.
And,
Oh yeah. Being in trouble for sounds like. It's like, that's
Oh
not even
my
a-
God.
that's not
the
even a
way I would
word.
get in so much trouble.
I suck my
it would
teeth.
be- Look, but I think allowing, like, instead of telling the kid, so one thing I shifted was, I don't say, oh, that's a bad word, because that's going to cause an argument, because it might not be it. That's very up for debate.
Yeah.
Okay, real question. When do teachers have time to get their nails done? Because between grading, emails, and pretending we have our lives together during parent conferences, I barely have time to drink water. That's why I started using Olive in June. And I'm honestly kind of obsessed. I used to try to do my nails at home and it looked like, well, a crime scene. Like one hand looked okay. The other looks like I lost a fight. But their Mani system actually makes it easy. It comes with literally everything you need for a salon quality manicure in one box. Like real legit tools, and you can pick your own polishes. And the craziest part, it actually lasts like 7 days or more without chipping, which for me is a miracle considering what I put my hands through on a daily basis. Also, this is big. It breaks down to like $2 a manicure, which is way better than dropping salon money just to have it chipped by third period. And if you're in a rush, their press-ons are amazing. They look super real. They take like 10 minutes and you can switch them out whenever you want. Perfect for when you need to feel like you have your life together, even if you absolutely don't. Honestly, I use it and you should too. Visit oliveinjune.com/TOD for 20% off your first system. That's OLIVEANDJUNE.com/TOD for 20% off your first system.
In their household, they might curse.
I'm
feel
telling
me?
you, my parents'
It's
first
regular.
language was cussing each other
Look,
out. Their second language was
So,
English.
like, if I told you that's a bad word, you like, but it's not. My mom do that, right? But if I say it's not school language, that shifts the
She need to be a
thing,
principal.
right? It's not.
We'll
it's
never
just
put that
a-
on nobody, but
But
she
it's
need to be a
the
principal.
mindset. It's like, that's not school appropriate. So it shuts it down.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, bet. So I just say school language. I had to shift from that because kids would argue. They'd be like, but it's not a bad word. And I'm not over here. I'm like,
I told you 7th graders need shirts that say I argue with adults.
first of all,
what grade are
6th
you?
graders argue with
Six.
adults.
No, I love my 6th grade babies. Baby. Okay, 7th grade, they got a lot going on. I
Look.
cannot. I don't even talk to them no more when they get to 7th grade. Be quiet.
Look, 7th grade is a weird year because it's like half of them still act like 6th graders and half of them want to act like 8th graders.
Yeah.
And it's like, I need you to choose because you can't be 8th grade one day and crying.
No, at
Because a
fourth
pencil
grade and
broke.
up.
I can't do below
Especially-
6th grade.
Especially
yeah.
4th and 5th graders. Like
Look.
I can't do 4th and 5th grade.
they're at that
Yeah,
age where
I
they
can't do
pointing
that.
out everybody else's flaws, but don't think that they have any
I
of their
know.
own.
Look, let's
And-
analyze. How about we do some self-reflection? Everyone go ahead. For the do now today, we're just going to self-reflect.
Yeah, because a kid with crusty edges gonna tell me I had a chin hair, and
But
I
that's
want
why
to
they
be
was
like,
upset.
Wipe
'cause
your
their
edges. Wipe your
First
edges.
of all, anytime edges is messed up, just know they have an attitude that day. They frustrated. They couldn't get it right.
toothbrush ain't hit it the way I
They
wanted
was
it to
trying to swoosh, but it
Baby, I don't even know
it's
how to
like
do
it went like this, but I was trying to get it like
I
this,
don't
and
know
now
how
I
to
had to
do
come to
that.
school, and you telling me I can't go to the bathroom when I need to. So F you.
Hey, one thing about me, I'm gonna let them go to the bathroom.
Yo, I don't-
Hey,
that is never
hit them
my fight.
edges,
Yeah.
fam. If
Yo,
you need to go wipe that
But don't do
crust-
it up in my class. I used to take up edge brushes and edge gel like
Oh, yeah,
crazy.
don't do
I had
the
a
edges
whole
in my
drawer
class.
of fidget spinners and edge control brushes. Because I don't know where you
Seventh
thought
grade,
you was,
seventh grade.
but not up in my classroom. I
Getting out
don't
the
know
edge-
what you do over there.
Right.
But don't bring that mess over
Baby,
here.
I'm in the
Because
middle
we
of a
learning
lesson.
about ELA up in this
Okay,
bad boy. You feel me? Look.
And it does not
you to
stand for
church.
edges laid always.
I'm sorry. I'll give you a little 10-minute and a little bit to go handle whatever you need to handle. Because hair
I
does
think they
have an
respect
impact.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think the teachers that we understand that part. The kids respect us more.
They
'Cause
do.
I'm like, I understand. Okay,
Yeah, I get
you
it.
can go
You
to the
see
bathroom
mine.
in a minute.
And some of mine ripped out.
And I don't know how to do the edges.
Some of mine went away, and that sucks. Like that sucks.
No,
You feel me? Like,
Hey, if it makes y'all feel any better, all my edges went away. You know.
So sorry.
That's why I got a headband on right now. I
Look,
don't know how to do them edges, baby.
look, and the way this humidity,
It's hot here. I'm like, it's been hot
look,
everywhere.
the way I'm over here, like I don't know what's showing up on camera.
Nah,
But
hey,
we
they
just-
they pristine at what they do.
Yo,
Because I know you could see my chin hair if they didn't. So I think another reason that teachers quit is the interaction that they have with some parents.
yes,
And like my kid didn't do anything.
Absolutely.
Or you guys are bullying my child. or-
Absolutely.
That on top of not being supported by admin is
Yeah.
it takes
struck
it
out.
takes a lot. It takes a lot to deal with that. And so in the boot camp, we did a
trying
whole
to do her boot camp.
we did a whole
I'm a
thing.
teacher for
I
7
printed out
years.
scripts. I made scripts on how like actual. Am I saying that right? Shrimp scripts.
Shrimp, you hungry?
I am. I am. I didn't.
Shrimps is crazy work.
I didn't eat no bread.
Script.
I just got my water.
Understood what you
But
meant,
like,
friend.
is it scripts? Is it
Yeah.
script? Am I saying it feels
Yeah.
wrong? It feels wrong when it's
You're
coming
a
out my mouth.
content creator. Yes, you know
Scripts.
you're saying it right.
Scripts. But I gave them like scripts and we practiced it because a lot of times people were like, I just needed to see this.
Yep.
Because everybody's educated and they can evolve it. They
Yeah.
just need like the baseline.
I'm a
But like
visual
what I
learner.
don't take is disrespect from parents. I don't
Yeah.
take disrespect from students
I just
and I
quit
don't take
responding.
it from adults.
I'm not gonna.
The way I will step away from I'll be like, so we're yelling. What's that little thing where he's like, sir, you can either curse or yell, but you can't do both? The fact that
Pick a
like,
struggle.
look,
Pick a struggle.
he's like, so why? Like, because it's like, we can't, if you yelling, I'm not listening to you.
Yeah.
If you yelling.
That's the same
but
for the kids. If you're yelling, I'm not listening
I'm not,
to you.
and that's the same
A
thing.
word, yeah.
Like, I can't hear you. And I used to have, when I had kids that would like be like off the chain and they be yelling and all of that, I had a slide that would be up. If you would like to speak to Miss M, you must bring your volume down.
She is
Understand.
organized, baby.
Yeah.
Like, because it's like I'm not listening to you because that's not how we talk to each other.
Yeah.
It's not even on some digital. I don't talk to you like that,
Yeah.
and you don't
Yeah.
talk. It's not. I'm an adult and you a kid. We don't speak to each other like that.
If they start yelling, what you pop the slide
I
up?
pop the slide on and now walk away. You got to give them space. Don't hover over no kids.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
go off,
yeah.
especially if they my Leroy's.
Yeah.
Leroy gonna go off.
Tristan, one thing about Tristan, baby, he gonna go off and the whole class gonna catch
Look,
straight.
Leroy and
He
Tristan
roasting
gonna,
everybody.
Leroy, Tristan, and Gavin gonna come together and jump you.
Yeah. No, I mean, here's the thing. I love a angry parent. Like my co-teacher, angry parent come. Oh, like she'd be the first. I got this one.
Yep.
I got this one. I got this
Go
one.
ahead.
Talk
Yeah, I'm
to
like,
me. I
She
talk
because the way
back.
I would push a teacher, you go ahead, step
Yeah.
back. I got it.
Uh-huh.
What's the problem?
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, so I understand you're frustrated. I need you to bring it.
I don't got that kind of temperament, so I be having to be like,
I think SPED made me super calm because the way I could be. I remember one day I was sitting in a room because we had a student that was like throwing desks and stuff, and we had to evacuate the other student. And I remember sitting there and was like, "You are freakishly calm." I was like, "So you still need to meet expectations. You're still gonna have to clean that up. I understand you're frustrated right now." And I was like, "I don't know."
calm.
I was like, "I don't know if that's a good thing though. Like, do I need to talk? Maybe I need to go to Better Health and like talk to them a little bit about."
I said, do I need a therapist?
Do I need to talk to somebody about why I'm so calm? Because out on the road, I'm not.
Yeah. Like with my class, like an angry teacher. I mean, an angry parent. I'm like,
say it.
cool.
Yeah.
I'll deal with that. Like, hey, I'm just let you know. I understand why you're angry. Mm-hmm. It's not moving anything in this classroom.
Yeah.
Just
Nah.
let you know. Like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
understand. I hear you. I understand your frustration.
Yeah.
I explain why we're
Right.
doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
Most people
Not
just want to
moving
be
anything in
heard
this.
too.
Yeah.
A lot of
And that's
parents,
what it
they just
is.
want to be heard.
Yeah.
Anytime I've had to like call the school or like meet with my daughter's teacher or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously as a teacher, I'm not gonna come up in there yelling.
Yeah.
But anytime that I've, had to communicate, I just want to, it's my child that I care about and I love.
And that's what it is.
Yeah. So it's
That's what it is.
But the way that some parents approach it is like so completely irrational.
They don't know what to do with that.
Yeah, it's like we understand that you are angry because there is a need that's not being met.
Yeah.
But we are on the same side. Like, let's communicate with each other.
But I will say there's a privilege with being a parent and not being an educator that I don't get to experience because when those parents be coming in, be yelling, I say, oh, I know that feels good. Like getting that all off your chest.
Feel better?
Yeah, you feel better? But when you're educated, you be wanting to do the same thing. You're like, I can't because...
It's like we're even more aware, like, because as teachers who are also parents.
Yeah, that's why I appreciate that you said that. It's like when your child, you're upset because a need's not being met.
Yeah,
and so it's like so I try to go in with that mindset, but like back in the day. Yeah. When I didn't know all these things, the way I would either I remember I just walked out the room. I didn't know I was overstimulated. Yeah. I got anxiety. Okay,
like
this was too much.
I'm doing my best.
I am just a girl. Yeah. I am just a girl. Like, why are you yelling at me? I barely got here this morning.
Okay.
So it sounds like especially with the new teachers, like grace is needed. Like give them grace. Yeah, I mean, parents give them grace. Yeah, give yourself grace. You're not going, especially new teachers. You're not gonna.
Yeah, they're so tired.
It's a lot. I know they're tired. I tell people take mental health days.
Yeah. Oh, 1,000%.
I'd be like, you that stressed? You should take
a day off.
And you got to. You want to?
I can't. Yes, you can.
Yeah. Go ahead, put it in. Let's put it in together.
We'll put it in together.
Let's put it in together. Let's go ahead and handle. Like the way I don't know who needs. That's why I can't be a principal because the way we wouldn't have. I told them all to take off. We're just going to actually close the school for the day.
Yeah, how school gone.
Everybody's having a mental health day today. I would have one of those once a month. Yeah. If I owned a school, I would figure out a way to get the numbers where we could have a mental health day once a month where you can just do. Amazing. And what I would do is have the school open if you want to come in and do self-care activities like massage, yoga, all of that. But we only doing self-care here. So you can come at your leisure.
Yeah, you ain't coming to do no lesson plan.
We'll hire people to actually watch like any children, but like it wouldn't be you. Like we would bring in subs that day, or whatever. And so I would so do something like that, and that's why I can't.
I mean, and even with challenging behavior from some of the students. Yeah, I mean, kids, they get overwhelmed.
They do.
Kids are never going to be the reason why.
That's why I don't fight the bathroom. I'm like, you might just need a break, but don't take over 5 minutes.
Yeah, don't be gone for 15.
Because they be watching that pass system. Don't take over. They created that. I know they created that for me. Because when I was in high school, the way I would leave class and never come back. Peace out, y'all. Y'all have a blessed and day.
The Lord gonna
y'all
bless
have an amazing day.
The Lord gonna bless you. I won't be here to see
I won't be here back for the rest of this class.
The Lord gonna bless you. Yeah, it'll never be the time that I did quit teaching. It wasn't the kids.
It's never the kids.
It's never the kids. I mean, some people. It's the kids
I left because of one kid, but it wasn't. I didn't leave because I left to go get more knowledge on how to help this kid.
That's real.
So I was like, hold on, I need more information. So that's when I became a behavioral working with children with autism, because I was like, I need to learn more about this because
that's dope though.
This student, I literally had to pass him to kindergarten. And felt it was the worst feeling. I was like, I did not reach this kid at all, and now it's someone else's issue. And I was like, that's, and I told myself that would never happen again.
That's dope though. So, I commend you for knowing I need more information. Yeah. And so I need to, and I'm not getting it here. Yeah. And that, I remember my first year being like, I have so many questions and no one is answering my questions.
And no
one. I'm asking and no one's answering. And then I remember I went to another school and I remember this lady that they had contracted. She was like, oh, you're going to do great there. They're going to answer all the questions. Because I had so many questions. And once I got them, I was able to really start to evolve. Yes. It's like, how can we make sure that people are being supported?
Yeah.
And all of that.
And that saying knowledge is power. Yeah. I understood it. And I'm like, the fact that now I have this knowledge.
Yeah.
it now puts me in a more powerful position to be able to help other students.
You feel equipped to.
Yeah. It's like I have, because I tell you, when that child was destroying my room and I pulled every teacher trick I knew, I was like,
none of them work.
Yeah.
Yo, I hate when you pull all your toolkits and like you empty it. It's like, well,
It's like, wow,
I don't have no more tools.
Yeah, I don't know.
But the bookshelf still got to get built. I don't know what to
My
do.
boy in there tossing the book.
Look, throwing the bookshelf.
Yeah,
Hey,
throw-
Hulk
yeah,
I'm like, right. I'm like, oh, you super strong. You know, you're going to be a great. Like, do we put him in boxing?
Yeah,
He should be in boxing.
Yeah, I had to learn like the functions of behavior and like, okay, like what need is, like what is he trying to get, and you know,
That's why a lot of teachers quit too.
Yeah.
They don't know what to do.
They don't know.
Overwhelmed,
You got to
unsupported.
learn about that development and like, in the boot camp, I taught some-
Did you come up with the boot camp?
I came up with what goes in the boot camp.
Okay.
I came up with everything I needed to survive as a teacher.
Okay.
And then when I learned it, when I stopped taking things personal as a teacher was when I actually learned where kids were developmentally.
Yeah.
I didn't know that that's where they were.
Yeah.
I just know I asked Leroy to stop running 3 times in this hallway.
Yeah.
And so
he's
like,
still
and
running.
that was me taking it personal, and you could feel the energy coming from that. And that means I'm leaving with like this negative thing. When I read that like at this grade level, these kids need to move this amount of time, I changed how I lesson planned.
Do you have books that you recommend to first year teachers?
I can't think of them off the top, but if you leave something in the comments, I will reply back. And because I can I created my own resources based off of books that I've read. And so I can leave that so that way you can see it.
So I feel like you have a lot of resources for first year teachers, because we've done episodes before on how to help first year teachers, but I feel like if there were more resources like what you provide, that schools will be able to retain a lot more first year teachers.
And it's very simple laid out. It's written in like plain. I'd be like, I know you want to quit, LOL, but look at this first. Like it's written. That's how it's written.
If it was an LOL in there, I'm saying.
It's written like that. It's written like, I know we all want to quit sometimes, LOL, but read this before you do.
Right.
And it's written in like real, like I'm just talking. It's like I'm your homegirl and I'm coming just to talk to you. It's not written all with the big words and stuff. You know I'm dyslexic. I don't be knowing. A kid corrected me last week. They were like, "Yo, Miss that's spelt wrong."
You too.
Okay, well, how you want to? Let's teach each other. What's wrong?
Let's teach each
What's
other.
wrong? Oh, you don't know what's wrong either. All right, Google everyone. Let's get it together.
I spelled onomatopoeia wrong. I was like, you spell it. Like I know it's a hard word to spell.
Look, but like that just changed it, because I used to take I'm like, oh my gosh, they're talking. I planned this whole lesson.
It's not personal.
I turned, and it's really not personal. It's just where they are. So I had to switch how I handle things.
Yeah.
And then once I did, and a lot of times it's because someone needs to teach you how to do that.
Yeah.
You don't know how to talk to parents when they come. That's overwhelming.
And they don't teach you that in college.
And I don't mean like I just walked out the classroom. Like I awkwardly got up. Like I closed my computer and just got up and walked. Like
don't mind me. I'm just
I
gonna
don't
scooch
know.
in right here.
I just need to remove. If you could just clock out for a second. Right?
Go ahead and clock out for me.
I was like, what is why are you yelling at me? Why would you yell
Was there
at
an admin
me?
in there?
No.
With you? Oh, it was just you and the parent?
Yeah, and I got up and just left the parent in the
I would've
classroom.
been like,
the way I awkwardly, because I'm awkward, so I just be doing.
Why are you yelling at me? Like, why are you yelling?
I thought we were here to work together.
Yeah. I mean,
Don't start screaming at me, babe, because I'm start screaming back.
Nah, but we had parents that would fight too. We used to have parents that would fight the teachers.
Oh,
they came
hell
up
no.
to jump one of the teachers or whatever, and then sometimes they be fighting.
That'd be my last day.
Like, but that
what's
would
up?
be
Yeah,
that's
that'd be my
weird,
last day,
and it's
'cause
like
what's
you
up?
can't be mad that this person, you can't be mad this person quit with they about to get jumped, and like these people know how to fight.
Yeah, and I already talked about it. I got knocked out the one time I tried to fight, but you ain't gonna. I might get beat up.
Wait,
but
what
I'm
happened?
gonna try.
I didn't hear about that one. What
It's on the podcast, man. I want to talk about it
Like,
again.
what happened?
Long story short,
Like-
my ponytail was turned to the side.
Wait,
This was when I was in 5th grade, 6th grade. Yeah, I got beat up at the basketball court by Kiosha.
it was
It was
look.
turned to the side.
I bet it won't happen again though.
I bet it won't.
I bet it won't happen again,
Do
though.
I know if I can fight? No, but am I gonna let you run up on me? Also, hell no.
Yo, big dog all day, every day. You
One bed, one
Yo,
pillow.
the way comedy helps teaching is
Oh,
like if you
1000%.
can't laugh about it,
You
Yeah.
have
like
to
you
laugh.
gotta laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta laugh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
You gotta laugh. You feel me? It really has to become like this funny ongoing joke.
Because some
Like,
of it is just so funny.
like it's and I hate when I gotta be the mature one. Like when a kid tell an actual funny joke, but I gotta be the adult.
One thing about me, I'm a laugh.
No, you gotta go like this. I'll pull them into the hallway. So what you said was actually very funny, and I believe you have a future in comedy. However, I do have to write you up because it did go against the policy.
It won't get
But
policy.
I just wanted to tell you
That was funny.
it was funny, and I believe you have a future in comedy.
Yeah.
Appreciate your creativity.
And that's coming from somebody who has
And now
a
you're
pretty big
suspended.
following.
Yeah. Now you should not look at you suspended.
Look, I be like, so when you go back up in here, I do have to write you up, so you probably will have some detention, but it's not personal. I just got to do my job. But
But hey,
Sometimes I
you
allow
can turn
it, though.
that. You can turn that into a type 5.
Yeah.
You get on the stage.
Right, like you might be
I
able to do
do
a little
want my
something.
shout out.
But the
I
kid that's
remember-
always messing with everybody, though, when they
When they
kids
get
start
beat,
going off on you,
look,
hey, I ain't finna write
when
no
that
more for
kid gets in a fight, because like I love when I don't love it. This is
We know what you mean.
we
We
call it
teachers.
satire.
Yeah, we
It's
teachers. We know what you mean.
What I'm saying, but like when the kid that's getting bullied, and it's like
Always-
we
yeah.
do as teachers, we do everything to stop the bullying. But it's
Yeah,
like we
but
can't
so we
hear
can't catch
we
everything.
can't hear
Yeah.
everything. Like we can't handle. Like we're trying.
Yeah.
Like seriously. But like when that person rises up. Like a what's something that rises up out the what is that?
a phoenix?
A phoenix. When they rise up, and they go over there, and I be like mentally, yes.
Good job for you standing up for
you got
yourself.
like, all right, come on, y'all gotta go to the office. But,
yeah, however, you can fight. Proud of you for
hold on,
standing
you
up
do
for
a little.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, proud of you for standing up
And
for
like they
yourself.
never mess with that person again, because
Yeah.
a lot of times it's like that's happening, and it's like these are all lessons
Right.
like to learn. Like the first time you get, you talked about the
Yeah.
My ponytail was tilted, baby.
look, was it like all the way
That
tilted?
jump was the Leaning
Like,
Tower of Pisa, man. It was twisted, man. Twisted T.
Look.
Yeah, I mean, and some teachers quitting because they just don't have the admin or district support.
A lot of
or-
I think that's the main.
It's
Yeah.
support is
Yeah.
a big like that's the umbrella.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like all the different ways you could I could tell at my old school when we had a rough day because they would be like, all right, everyone, we put Chick-fil-A in the teachers' lounge. I'm like, that's because they want us to come back tomorrow because you knew I was about to take off.
My school, or not my school now, but like normal schools ain't providing nothing. Oh, you want to quit? Well, I hope you come back tomorrow.
right.
May the odds be ever in your favor.
Yo, they be like, deuces.
Yeah. Your school
Peace.
Chick-fil-A. Sometimes the fire alarm
That was
goes
the
off. I'm like,
principal
"What
though.
is a real
She would budget out. Like I remember her advocating for a food budget for us.
Oh.
And so she would, if it was a rough day, and I mean like they knew it was rough because of how the office was looking. They knew it was rough on us. They ordered like
How
Chick-fil-A
big
or
is your
something like
school?
that. It was like middle school, like 500-600 students.
Okay.
So like a
I
regular
tell my
size.
principal when we having, I want Chick-fil-A.
They have to advocate. Like I feel like it comes from knowing. I feel like it comes from empathy and being
Yeah.
able to empathize with
Yep.
other people and like understand. So like I do what I do because I remember not having that, and so
Yeah.
now I just want to give you all the resources.
Right.
So I give them a binder and we add resources every
I'm trying
time.
to see that binder, big dog. Yeah,
No,
I'm
it's
trying
a
to-
good little binder.
Yeah,
I'm
trying
like,
to-
that was one of the things I was really proud. I like, look at that little
slide
binder.
that little binder
I
over
like the
there.
little binder with some dividers up
You
in
should
it.
do a TikTok series on this.
I probably will.
Yeah,
That's
you
something
should do
because
a
I'm coming
TikTok
back.
series
I'm
on
back,
this.
y'all.
I'm
I had
back
to take a little mental health break, a 2-year mental health break, but I'm back.
That's understandable.
Look, it happens. It was supposed to be 2 years. It just happened that way. But
And good for you.
everything happens as it should, and like
Yeah.
getting to be here with y'all, like
we
this
rocking.
is
We
yo,
having a
this is a
good little
vibe.
time.
Look, we having a good little- I'm like, yo.
Now we be cutting up. Cutting up. I'm happy with
Yo, I'm like, I gotta watch my language. 'Cause the way a few curse words again. I'm like, now I feel like I'm at home.
Hey,
Look,
they a bleep
look,
it. They a bleep it.
look.
Bleep it out. But yeah, I think you should do a TikTok series on that.
I
Yeah, that'd be
definitely
dope.
will.
I think it would help a lot of teachers because people quit bosses, they don't quit jobs.
No,
So I think a lot of
the
teachers
boss
that have
makes
quit.
it.
Yeah, a lot of
It's
teachers
really
that have
like
quit.
I've had a bad. I remember the first time I went to my principal for a complaint, and she was like, "I knew it had to be bad because you don't come to me for nothing." Because the way I'm grown and I can just handle things,
Yeah.
like I don't just go like every time. Something
But a lot of
just-
principals don't recognize that though.
Yeah.
That your teachers, that's when they be feeling the most disrespectful. Is if you know you're a teacher that I don't never have to come to you. If
Yeah.
I'm coming to you, it's for a reason.
It's for a
Like,
reason.
Don't discount me.
And I had made a slide presentation. With,
She likes some
look,
slide presentation,
I was
man.
like, because this is not going to work. This person that you
slide
put,
presentation
they had given me a coach that was also assistant principal, and like it just was not going to work. It was not. And so I made I had pictures of suggestions of where I had a part A, a got part B.
We're like so organized.
Look, I'm not though, because
I would just cry and be like, I really didn't like this.
Look, and I had also I had talked to other people that got coached by this person. I was like, so how are you feeling about this? I was like, I won't put your name in it. It'll be anonymous. I was like, these are some quotes from teachers that I was like, this is not going to work.
So the assistant principal was your coach for your first year teaching?
No, not when I was a first year. I think like probably my third or fourth year.
Okay.
And I found that once you become a really strong teacher, if the coach wasn't a really strong teacher outside of being able to control behavior, they don't know what to do with you.
Right. Yeah.
Or whatever. Like I'm at the place where like I would like to sit down and learn about how to analyze data. I would like to sit down. Like I don't need help with classroom management.
Yeah.
My management's on point. I got routines, but for routines, I have a pencil routine. Like
you gotta have a routine. Having a routine for everything cuts down on
it. Do.
Yeah.
I've already anticipated everything, and that's just being proactive and not reactive. But it's like, yo, I had a presentation. I had a picture of who
for the lady.
Yeah, I had it for my principal. I was like, can I share my screen?
Share my screen.
I'm gonna share my screen
Look,
for y'all.
I had a picture of the person that was causing me frustration or whatever.
Just because you're visual learner.
Look, I put it in a circle. So like it was a whole presentation. I was like,
the circle is more positive.
I was like, this is the problem. These are possible solutions. I was like, solution 1 is you can coach me. Solution 2 is this person can coach me. Solution 3 is we can have a hybrid type of situation because there's certain things that I don't need and there's certain things that I do. Because if I need something, I will ask. I will not
just. She's a solution-based complainer.
Look,
complaining.
My director told me.
because I was in a sorority.
Yeah, my director told me I know it's serious when you come in here. You start saying Maine. I was like, what? She like, and one time I came in there, I was like, say Maine. Let me holler at you.
Look. When I hear my little accent start to come out and I stop talking regular, I'll be like, you know what? I need a moment. Let me go into the bathroom.
I'm gonna make
real quick.
my PowerPoint right
Let me go do this because like when I remember I was talking to someone and like I was speaking like, all right, so I understand what's going on. And then I said talking. When I heard talking, I was like, oh, okay, well, because who is you talking to? Like,
it's very, it comes up very, DC, like Maryland.
Yeah. When I heard that, I was like, okay, so I probably need to take, that's my emotional intelligence. I caught it. I was like, you know what? This is only going to, why don't we both take a snack? Right, I need something.
Well, my director said, when you come in here and once you start saying, say Maine, and like, hold on.
Say Maine.
I never heard you say Maine. Is that
say Maine?
Say Maine. Like, let me holler at you real quick.
Like, right.
Because this ain't working.
It's not working.
It's
not.
Yeah, we gotta
I feel bad for the admin that are like good admin and they're trying to advocate for their teachers, but their hands are tied by
their hands are straight. And I always try to, and I speak on that sometimes. Like I know that but I appreciate the principle. Like I have to say this because it was said to me.
Yeah.
Just say that.
Right.
We get it.
I like the transparency.
We all grown. We all like. There's all things that we had to do at work that like we're doing. I tell the kids that.
I was just about to say that.
This is we got to do it.
Yeah, we have to do it.
Why do we have to?
This coming from my boss's boss.
Look, so we all got a job to do here. Mm-hmm. And I asked the question: how would you feel if somebody, like, I put kids in, like, because you got to teach empathy. I put kids into, and they'll be like, well, I wouldn't like that. And I'm like, so how do you think this person feels when they're just trying to do their job?
Yeah.
Right? They know the rules and all of that. They know people are watching and all of that. So they don't, do you like to get in trouble? No?
Right.
I don't like to get in trouble neither. So if I get in trouble, bet we having a whole, like.
Right.
I love having those conversations with the oldest sibling of a family. Be like, okay, so you the oldest, right? So when you ask your younger sibling to do nothing, to do something, they like, no, how does that make you feel?
Right,
Yeah, it doesn't feel good, right? Like, now imagine how that's making your teacher feel when they're asking you. You trust, they don't want to do this. This is, it's born for you, it's born for them, right?
Yeah.
But
I'm bored too, man.
Like, we all
up in here.
Look, some lessons going to be fun. Feel like Six Flags. And some of them, look, we gotta get the language together so we can get to the fun stuff so that we can actually actively participate. And so I think that it's just being transparent and letting people know that what you're feeling is valid.
Right.
Yeah.
What you are feeling, and like I remember that's what a teacher had said the other day. She was like, you let me know like that I wasn't weird for feeling how I was feeling.
Yeah.
I was like, girl, I thought about quitting all the time. The way I would wish for the power to be cut off in the school. The way I would hope that the water, because I found out that if the water's not on, you
We
can't
ain't
hold
gotta stay in
school.
school.
The way I would, because I remember one time we had a student that was pulling the fire alarm. We had to exit the building about 5 times. I'm like, if you gonna do something big dog, why don't you do something so we can go home?
Cut the power,
You got us
man.
over here climbing steps and stuff like I'm at the gym.
Bro.
Edges done sweated out and stuff. I don't got no edge control. The edge control in the drawer, I don't know, because the kids be sticking everything.
I ain't
in the
put none of their edge control
I'm
on my
not putting none of
hair.
their edge control on my edges. So it's like a whole little thing. So it's like, yo, you gonna do something, big dog? Let's
Yeah.
do-
Yeah,
why don't you
go
do
big.
something so we can all go home?
Right, go
Got us
big.
over here up and down the steps because you want to pull the fire alarm.
Them cement steps be taking me out, man. I be tired.
The way I take an elevator, I would wait for that bad boy.
Who got an elevator? Don't they say you ain't supposed to use the elevator? What if it's a real fire? Stuck.
I tell you, when I was in high school, the elevator was only used for the people who had injuries and
Yeah,
whatnot.
I got an injury.
The way I would befriend someone I see on crutches, like, hey, let me
you
help
need
you.
help?
Look,
Let me
first
go
of
ahead
all,
and get
I
on
be
that.
out of breath, and I can't just be out of, because you know how, look, I went to Howard, and we up on
You been to Howard?
I went to Howard.
Huh.
I went to Howard. What is that? I went to Howard, and Howard's on a hill, the hilltop,
Yeah.
if you ever see. And I remember missing the shuttle to get to class, and I had to walk up that hill. You ever try to act like you not out of breath, but you in? Yo, I got to class.
About
This
to
is me.
suffocate.
Hold on, you over here.
About to suffocate.
You know, everybody know like you that out of shape, and I'm over here and I'm sweating a little bit. That's before the little fans came out where you can just and I'm just,
I can't talk about sweating a little
or
bit.
you gotta
man.
yawn a little bit. If you
Yeah.
yawn, that helps you.
They're like, dang, you breathing hard. Hey,
Look,
mind
mind
your
your
business.
business. I got here.
Mind your
I
business.
missed the shuttle because I wasn't managing my time properly.
Well, this has been a great episode of Teachers Off Duty podcast. We would love to hear in the comments if you've quit teaching before, we would love to hear your story of why you quit teaching. Also, we'd love to hear some first year teachers. We'd love to hear what was helpful for
Yeah.
you, what you would like to. Miss M apparently has some amazing resources.
I got you.
So if she done drop the information in the comments,
I
hit
got
her up
you.
on Instagram.
I got you. I got
Yeah,
you.
hit her up. But follow me, Honest Teacher Vibes, on all platforms. Follow the Board Teachers Comedy Tour. Get your tickets for the fall shows. Follow Teachers Off Duty podcast. Yeah. Tell people where they can find you.
ATX Hills. Hey, y'all better be getting those tickets to the.
Yo,
That sounded like a
not
threat.
It did.
Hey,
He said that's a promise.
it's a promise. If you get your tickets, you gonna laugh. And I'm talking to everybody in Austin because y'all been bugging me. Why ain't you in Austin? Why ain't they come to Austin? Now we in
We've
Austin.
been to Austin like multiple times.
Hello. Multiple times.
So follow Al Brayton and then tell people where they can find
Yo,
you.
what's up, y'all? This is Miss M. You can find me on social media at Miss M_closet. Make sure you get them tickets. If you want the resources, make sure you just hit me up. I'm putting out some stuff just to help all them first year teachers get through that hurdle, because you got it and you dope.
Period.
as-
You dope AF, man.
You dope
She
as
said
F.
what she said. and
That's
she
what
went on
I said.
business.
Because, like, period.
All right, bye, best friends.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.